With us now is John Mulhagen with Moly Manufacturing from Lorain, Kansas. And John, you and I were talking just before we went on air about one of the main ingredients in today's U.S. beef cattle industry to maximizing profitability really is for producers to have the proper livestock handling equipment on their operation. And you guys have been helping cattlemen and cattlewomen for a lot of years do exactly that. We're standing at one of your displays here at the Cattle Industries Convention NCBA Trade Show. Walk us through the turret gate and on through the alley and eventually to the silencer chute.
Sure. Let's first of all, a turret gate is the name of this product right here. And what we're doing is we're actually using a remote control to move this gate. So here I'm moving it in reverse. I'm using a number 3 here to back and then back forward. Okay, so this shows you the flexibility how this works at this point. Now, one of the things in our industry that we really lack on is having a good facility that entering that 30-inch alley or that dual alley, that's where your high pressure point, that's your high impact areas. And that's one of those things that your turret gate absolutely takes all the people out of this work and also has a lot of efficiency. So one man can do a lot more work, and you don't have to be a young guy. You can be an old guy like me, and don't have to worry about getting hurt because we're not in with the cattle.
Right. Are you finding more and more producers are accepting this more automation, if you will, for a lack of a better word, versus the old days of manual working systems?
Yes, we are. As our group gets older, I'll put it this way. We need to become more efficient, and also from a labor point of view, just not having enough people out there to get the job done, or maybe not having the experience to do it. With this tool right here, you really don't have to have the experience to make this work.
Gosh, that is pretty incredible. We better take a look at the alley system now. So
you can see we're moving this gate around here. And so we come to a point right here. And if you'll notice right here, now that the animal is in there, we don't want to take this gate and bring this back onto oncoming cattle. So what we're going to do is we're going to what we call shuttle. And you'll notice that the gate is actually shuttled across, and we can start again.
Yeah.
And so we start over again. So this is really maximizes your efficiency. So if you have one animal, bring one animal. If you got 3 more waiting, a lot of times they'll come right on in because they watched one leave.
Yeah, and then you're all set for the next run.
Correct. And then that takes us to into the alleyway. And there's a lot of different ways how we set up alleys, but one of our newest features on this is what we call a hydraulic forward assist tool. So we can actually help push that animal in. Well, that's a new tool for us, but it really takes a lot of stress off these animals. A lot of times they'll get into an alley and they'll say, "Hey, we're not going to go. We don't want to go in that squeeze chute. We heard a lot of noise, and we don't want to go in." So they'll put the brakes on, and this really eliminates having to reach in there and try to get that animal moving ahead. So that's a new tool for us and very effective. And so from here, you'll notice another thing we've done. We like to keep these sides open where the cattle can see out a little bit, but yet we don't want them to see us. So as we walk through here, you'll notice that there's really you can't see much from here, but if they get to the side, then the animals can still see out. And this takes a lot of pressure off of the animal as well. So it makes your flow of animals easier to get them started into the high impact area. Or the hardest thing we do is to hit that 30-inch alley.
Well, that makes sense. Then we get to the very end of the cycle, so to speak, and we've got the chute sitting on the end. I mean, how has your technology, your ingenuity, really revolutionized how we work cattle from the time they get into the turret gate, to the alley system, to the chute?
Well, I mean, you can see what's happening right here. We've actually just eliminated somebody that really high impact area, taking a lot of pressure off of the animals and really a lot safer for the people. And all it takes is one accident to pay for the whole thing. So, it's really very affordable technology as well.
John, you've walked us through the turret gate and getting the animals into the alleyway. Let's go ahead and show folks at home a little bit about the end of the process, so to speak, with the silencer chute itself. And you and I were just talking, in today's cattle industry, it's becoming more and more important for cattlemen and cattle women when they're working cattle, or any livestock species for that matter, to have better head control.
That is so true. You know, this is where all of the, the neck and the head is where 90% of all the work we're going to be doing on most of these animals occurs. And so by having really good head control is really important, not only for the animal, but also for the person that's trying to put these vaccines or whatever into this neck area. So by having hydraulic neck bars is really an important part of the tool that we build today. And so if I close up on this gate right here, we're going to pretend like there's an animal in here, but if we want to move the animal's head to a certain direction, we can literally just pull one lever and we can bring that head around to one side, which gives us more room to do a two-handed technique for subcutaneous vaccinations. Or if we need to go the other direction, we can move the head the other direction, which gives us so much control of the animal. And then when we're done, we don't even have to put that tool away. We can just simply open the door and let the animal out. So that's one of the most important things I think we need to be looking at in today's marketplace, because this is where you're spending your money too.
Absolutely.
There's a lot of money that goes in right here on this animal, so let's do the best we can at this level.
Well, it's amazing to me how technology is just and continues to revolutionize this U.S. beef cattle industry. John, thank you so much for being with us here on Cattleman to Cattleman.
Thank you.
Again, we've been talking with John Malhagen with Moly Manufacturing from Lorain, Kansas. To learn more about their products and their area of expertise, you can check them out on Facebook, or better yet, find them online.